Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Thunder, and today we're gonna be continuing the weapon system for this survival game. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up Visual Studio and open a couple of files up. So first we're gonna need our weapon script. We won't be needing player, so don't worry about that. Neither crafting manager, neither window handler, neither interaction manager. So all we really need is weapon. Slot, actually we don't need a slot either. Inventory either. Item SO will need it, recipe template no, crafting SO no, crafting requirements either. So item SO, we're going to go into it and we'll add one more thing which I totally forgot about. Actually, forget about it. We're going to add it over here. So right below weapon data, let's do public bool is automatic. So basically what this does is whether we can shoot automatic or not. Then down here, I'm gonna do a couple of two private floats actually. So private float current fire rate, and then we'll do another private float fire rate. Okay, I misspelled this. Then over here on start, so again we're gonna check if weapon or melee weapon, actually never mind. So fire rate equals weapon data dot fire rate, and then current fire rate equals weapon data dot fire rate. And then we're gonna do one more bool that I'm gonna do it right here, but I'm gonna hide it in the inspector. So we're gonna do public bool is reloading, and then we'll do one more, which is going to be public bool has taken out. Because otherwise, if we are still playing the takeout animation, the draw animation, sorry, and we go ahead and shoot, it will actually just shoot. So we just have to watch out for that. So let's go ahead and create our actual functions. So right here we're doing already update aiming. I'm going to create a new function right above update aiming, which is going to be called public void. Okay, let's go down, and over here let's go ahead and do public void shoot, and we're going to do a couple of things. First, here's what we're going to do. Right below is automatic, make a space, and then after the space do public transform shoot point. And what we're going to do here is, this is the object that we'll shoot from. The reason I'm doing this way is in case you just want to do so your bullet goes out of the barrel, which again I wouldn't recommend because then your sights wouldn't be aligned unless you decide to move it up towards the position of the sight when you're aiming, but I'm not gonna be showing you how to do that. So but if you want, you can just put the shoot point right by the sight, exactly on the center of the sight, so when you aim it's still going where it's supposed to. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is shoot. First we're going to check a couple of things. If current fire rate is less than fire rate or is reloading or is not has taken out, and or player dot running, just return, because we do not want to shoot if any of those things are happening. Otherwise we'll go ahead and do first anim dot, I think it was crossfade in fixed time, And then over here we're going to put the state of the name of our state, which in this case is going to be shooting, just that I don't remember the exact name, so I gotta look it. And over here we're gonna put 0.015f. Now let's go into Unity, and I'm gonna go ahead and select the M4. So it's shoot dash base. Okay. So we're gonna write it exactly like that. So shoot dash base. And then we're going to go ahead and do, I think it was, okay, so here's the thing. Get component in camera, in parent, sorry. Camera look. And then do dot recoil camera. So now go back to your ItemISO, because we actually need to add the recoil. So space public float horizontal recoil, and then we're gonna do a public float main vertical recoil. Actually, yeah, mean vertical recoil, and then max public float max vertical recoil. I go ahead and close it, and I'm going to save it, then go to weapon, and right here we're going to do horizontal recoil, but actually we're gonna do this instead. So random dot range negative horizontal recoil. Okay, weapon data that horizontal recoil. Okay, comma weapon data that horizontal recoil. So basically we're randomizing between the negative value, which would be to the left, and the positive value, which would be to the right. And then we're going to do sort of a similar thing for up, but instead of that, minimum and max. So it's not going up the same amount every time. So what we're going to do is, again, random dot range, two parentheses, and inside here we do weapon data dot main recoil. But just keep in mind, don't do any negatives. They are all positive values, so don't put any minus signs on this one. Weapon data dot max recoil. Alright, so there we go. And then next thing, go back to ItemISO, and down here I'm gonna do a couple of spaces, space, 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 and then I'm gonna do public audio clip shoot sound. Only thing that I will be leaving down in the description is the shooting sounds, because I'm not gonna be making any weapon sounds like reloading or anything like that. You guys will have to go ahead and do that on your own, because again, I'm a coder and 3D modeler, not audio designer, but I will add support for all of that, so you will be fine. Then we're gonna do reload sound, public audio clip, and take out sound, and public audio clip empty sound. So empty sound is the click that's going to be played whenever we don't have any bullets left. Actually, talking about bullets, go back here, and in the if of the shoot function, do or slot is equipped on dot stack size is less than or equal to 0, just to avoid any issues. Okay, and next we're going to do, first go back up, and over here do private audio source, and I'm just gonna name it audio S, and go down to start, and right over here do audio S equals get component audio clip, audio source, sorry. Okay, so Now save it, and we're going to go back to shooting, and over here we're going to do audio s dot play one shot. Do one shot, because if we do play, it's going to interrupt the sound every time we shoot if the previous shooting sound is still playing. So the one shot weapon data dot shoot sound, and there we go. Now let's go back to survival game tutorial and let's test it out, and then we're gonna get into animations. So let me just go back to the items and actually add their respective recoils. So max vertical recoil is going to be 3, and over here it's going to be 1.5, and this is going to be 1.75. Then for the M9, I'm going to do 3, and over here 2 and 4. Also, we're still missing one thing, but first let's go over here and we gotta go. Okay, let's go back to Visual Studio first. So over here, let's do the following. If not weapon data is automatic, we're gonna do then if input dot get button mouse fire 1, then we do shoot, and now else if it's not automatic, we just do if input dot get button down, and then we'll do fire 1. Alright, and then shoot. And in shoot, there's one more thing we have to do, which is going to be over here. We do current fire rate, equals 0, and then go back here and just do if current fire rate is less than fire rate, current fire rate plus equals time dot delta time. Alright, so that should be for the shooting part, except when it comes to the shotgun, which we'll do in a moment. And I think I'm gonna cover melee combat on the next tutorial, because I don't think we're gonna have enough time for all of it. Okay, and we actually forgot one more thing. So let's go back to Visual Studio. So on shooting, right here, do slot is equipped on, that's stack size minus minus, and then do slot is equipped on dot update, because remember this slot's stack size is going to be our ammo. And now go back to Unity and let's hit play. Okay, and let's go ahead and pick it up. Okay, equip. Okay, why isn't it working? Alright, I think I know why it's not working. So just for testing, go ahead and this over here, just do has taken it out, because this value is by default false, and we still haven't coded that. So let's go back into survival game. And let's hit play. Alright, so pick up. Okay, it's not automatic, that's why. So go over to your M4 and just select automatic. Yeah, you can see it there. And you can see the bullets go down, and once it hits 0, it doesn't work anymore. So now we're going to do that we actually should. But first, we're going to do the following. Let's get done with the animations. Also, I'm going to use my camera as the shoot point, which we're going to go ahead and code the actual shooting. So go back up here and where it says shoot point, do public layer mask shootable layers. Shootable layers. There we go. Now, on shooting, we're going to go ahead and do the following. Right after this, that we do all of this, before we do it, we're going to use raycast. So first, raycast hit, and we're gonna call it hit, and if physics dot raycast, and we're gonna do shoot point dot position, sorry, not transfer, comma shoot point dot forward, comma out hit, comma I believe it is weapon data dot range, and then we're gonna do comma the layer mask, which is the shootable layers, and that's going to be it. But there's one more thing we'll have to do, which we're going to do in a moment. But over here, all we're going to do now, for now, it's debug.log, and I'm gonna use the money sign so we can put variables in headed, and then over here we're gonna do hit.transform.name. Alright, and then save it. So go into Unity, and now we're going to have to do two things. First, choose your 3 weapons, so like this, and over here select everything, then deselect the player so we're not shooting ourselves, and save it. Then go to edit, project settings. Okay, where the hell is it? Alright, give me a second, guys. Okay, just pause to check the time of the video. So edit, project settings, and over here you can see you actually can change your game name in here, make a icon for it for when you compile it, which we'll also cover on the last tutorial of the series. But first, we're going to have to go ahead and where is it? Okay, I think it's in physics, if I remember correctly. Physics, not physics 2D. So in physics, we're going to go here where it says queries hit triggers. Basically, when a collider is triggered, it means that you can go through it. So it doesn't has any collision. So the problem with that is if this is enabled, our bullets will hit colliders which are triggered, which we're not supposed to hit. So go ahead and disable it, and then just let's go back, and over here in your console, clear it out, deselect errors, and just keep the book.log, and go ahead and hit play. And as you will see below, right on this line right here, it's totally empty. But look what happens when we shoot. So you can see hit terrain. So we're actually hitting, and you can see hit rock A, hit rock 2, and all of that. Also, I'm realizing the recoil's not working, so we're going to fix that in a moment. Also, I'm gonna go to the M4 and make it automatic. Okay, so next thing on main camera, right here, the recoil speed, I'm gonna make it 20. If you like something, the recoil to be slower or faster, it's up to you. That's the value I usually do for it. Okay, just because I went too fast through it. Main camera, camera look, recoil speed movement 20. And then let's go over here and we're going to go ahead and check it out. Well, as you can see, it's way too much. I'm gonna go ahead and make this is equipped done. I'm gonna make it 1,000, just so we can actually test the recoil. So yeah, 1,000 bullets. And then I'm gonna go to items and M4. So one more thing. I know in the first tutorial I said that whatever you modify here in the scene, it's not gonna save when you get out of play mode, but scriptable objects will save and anything on your project file. So remember that, because that's gonna be really helpful. So over here I'm gonna do 0.3, I guess. Over here I'm gonna do, yeah, actually vertical recoil felt pretty good. Yeah, you can see it right there, play. Just that it's way too high, the horizontal one. 0.01. I don't know why it's behaving like that. Yeah, that's not making much sense. So I'm gonna have to take a look at the code. Let's see if we make it 0. What happens? It's still going on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the code. So on recoil camera, right click over here on it and click go to definition. Then over here, first let me check on weapon. Okay, negative weapon horizontal recoil, comma weapon horizontal recoil, and then run in that range. Okay. Oh my god, this is what I messed up. First of all, max vertical recoil, and then let me check, because maybe I'm sending it, yeah, I'm sending it in the opposite order. So we're supposed to be sending first the vertical one and then the horizontal one, which actually doesn't make much sense. So let's go ahead and fix that. Go to definition again, and over here we're going to basically just switch the names out. So it's going to be horizontal, and then this one's going to be vertical. Just save it and back to Unity. Now it should work. So let's go ahead and test it. So it should be, let's do 2. Alright, so equip it. And there you go, you have a decent recoil system. Okay, yeah, there you go. So next, I'm pretty sure this video is like 50 minutes by now, but let's just go ahead and fix this. So update aiming. Now we're going to do one more thing over here, and it's going to be a public void. I'm doing it outside of fire weapon functions. If you want to put it in there, it's up to you, but this is going to be pretty general. Update animations, and we're going to actually update our animations. So we're going to do anim dot set bool running, comma player dot running, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then just update this on the actual update function, and I'm just gonna do it here because of the fact that it doesn't really matter where we do it. Okay, next thing, survival game tutorial. Go back to it, and we're going to have to add one more thing to our animator. So go to assets, animations, and on base, right click over here, weapon dash base. And on this one, first over here, click on parameters and click add bool, and it's going to be called running. remember the capital, because if there's a capital here and on the code is a lowercase, it totally messes it up. So this one is going to be set to true. So go ahead, click right here and set it to true. And this one right here, again, click on X and set it to false. And also disable has exit time. Over here too. And now in your animations, in case you didn't this, go to your weapon animations and select your run and select loop time. And same thing for the idle one, select loop time. And now this should do it. So let's go ahead and test it. Okay, never mind, I did it on reload. Okay, go over here, remove this. So select it and remove it, and same thing over here, select it and remove it. And then this is where we were supposed to do it. Okay, so again, add it, make sure it's true from here to here, and from here to here it's supposed to be false. Okay, go ahead and save it, and we're going to go ahead and hit play. So where's the pickup? Right here. Okay, so yeah, there you go. You can run, you can aim, and you can shoot with recoil. Right now we're not spawning decals or anything, but we're willing up pretty soon. So this is going to be it for this tutorial. It's already getting pretty long, I'm sure. So what we're going to be doing next tutorial is going to be reloading and doing the shotgun shoot method, because right now we're only shooting one bullet over here. So we're going to add our shooting method, our shotgun shoot, and we're going to be able to specify the amount of pellets we're shooting, the spread, all of that. And again, as I just mentioned, we're also going to add spread to the weapons. So if you're on hip fire, you're inaccurate, and if you're aiming, you're pretty accurate. And then we'll also add decals, so bullet holes, pretty much. So when you shoot, it spawns a bullet hole. So that's gonna be it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you guys liked it. As you can see, the game is already taking form. Right after we finish this tutorial, we'll do the graphic update upgrade, and it's going to look awesome. Well, it's not gonna look like Rust, for example, but it's gonna look a lot better. And we're actually halfway through the series right now, a little bit more than halfway. All we have left to cover again is graphics, do some UI polishes, and then building system, and I believe AI, and that's it. Actually, there's a couple more things which I'm forgetting, but we're gonna cover how to make AI, how to add zombies, animals, and we'll also do points of interest, farming system, and so that it spawns randomly through the map. It spawns rocks and trees, which we're also going to do it like that instead of how we did them on the last tutorial. But as I said, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. It always helps a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.